This is Mound Farm Park, located in southeast Surrey, British Columbia, just south of the Cloverdale Fairgrounds. It's part of the Nickel-Mackle River lowlands. The mound is also documented for its archaeological significance to the Kwantlen First Nations community. One portion of the farmland, west side of the mound, around 2 hectares, stopped being farmed in the early 2000s, and as a result, invasive species, mainly Himalayan blackberry, moved in. A majority of the site was initially cleared using machinery, with the steeper areas along the west slope of the mound requiring hand clearing. The City of Surrey's Parks Division initiated restoration of this site, removing invasive vegetation and replanting with a diverse mix of native species, almost 9,000 trees and shrubs since 2024. And that's where Ecological comes in. In year 2 of the project, after a site survey and confirming the planting plan, Eco brought in a UTV, rented locally, to help move plants across the rough and muddy terrain. Moving 4,000 plants by hand wasn't exactly an option. Week 1 was spent distributing plants and spacing them according to the plan. This is a multi-year project, with native plants going in phases, and the realities that blackberry would try to regain a foothold over time. A note on Himalayan blackberry, not to be confused with the native trailing blackberry. While Himalayan blackberry produces a short burst of food that lasts a few weeks each year, over time it creates impenetrable thickets, making access and movement difficult for most wildlife. It also prevents sunlight from reaching the ground, and this, combined with the lack of diverse inputs like leaves and woody debris, can reduce underlying soil quality. In their place, we're planting a native plant community that, through its diversity of species, flowers or fruits throughout the growing season, does not impede access, and allows some sunlight in and adds nutrients to the soil. Plants like red osier dogwood, crabapple, Pacific rose, Oregon grape, salmonberry, maples, and many, many more are the plants that have been relied on for thousands of years in the Pacific Northwest, and will now be returned to the site. Being a former farm, the site also had an unsurprising amount of old debris, so part of the work involved removing that as well. The site was divided into several planting zones. Species selections depended on factors like sunlight exposure, slope stability, and habitat goals. For example, a central grass meadow was intentionally maintained, while surrounding areas were planted with shrub communities to increase habitat diversity. We weren't the only ones on site. Plenty of wildlife passed through, some getting surprisingly comfortable around us. Week 2 brought the final plant shipment. The plants were supplied by Nat's Nursery, one of our go-to sources for native species. Along with support from SNAP, the Surrey's Natural Areas Partnership, who joined us for planting. SNAP is a collaboration between local and non-profit societies and the City of Surrey's Parks Division that employ youth to help with restoration work in the city. Throughout the project, a pair of eagles kept watch from above, busy building their nest while occasionally observing our progress. And we likewise did the same. The park was acquired by the City of Surrey in 1998. and also includes heritage buildings on the mound and 40 hectares of active farmland. Week 3 started under a heavy blanket of fog across the south side of the Fraser. Once the drone lifted above the fog, the view was just unreal. From this high up, it felt just like an eagle soaring on thermals, and you could see the entire lower mainland from here. Everything from the Metrotown area to the North Shore, out towards the Gulf Islands, and of course Mount Baker to the southeast. The mound in the park is a bit of a geological oddity. It's a glacial drumlin rising as a forested high point in the middle of otherwise flat farmlands. From a 1999 Forest and Ecological Assessment, some of the trees at Mound Farm Park are at least 250 years old, qualifying for old growth status. Week 4 marked the final stretch. By this point, all the plants had been placed, and the focus shifted fully to planting. Wildlife had started to settle back in, with species like hummingbirds already defending newly planted shrubs as territory. One unique part of the project is an offshoot wetland area adjacent to one of the farmed areas, where Surrey experimented with planting wapato, sometimes pronounced wapto. This native plant has been used by First Nations for generations and is often described as a kind of water potato. To plant these in deeper water, Echo uses a technique we've developed, forming a compact mud ball with the bulb inside and tossing it into place. It sinks to the bottom, and the plant takes it from there. And approximately 4,000 plants later, Echo's part of this project was complete. Sort of. We'd be back in the late winter of 2026, to do some basic maintenance on the site and take a tally of areas that needed a few more additional plants, and some old friends kept watch over us while we did so. But for the most part, now it's up to time and the wildlife. This is Mound Farm Park. Thanks for watching. Are you with a local municipality and need invasive species removed? Are you a stakeholder in need of ecological data and surveying? Are you a homeowner and want to see the wildlife return to your backyard? From Victoria to the Fraser Valley, Eco Ecological can help you. Please feel free to contact us via our website at ecoecological.com/contact.